Our love-hate relationship with money. Money is fraught with emotion. Externally, money can symbolize our self-esteem, our success, our happiness. Internally, money quite often symbolizes fear, anxiety, guilt, and shame. So we're going to talk through a path tonight. We're going to start in the present, then we're going to go to the past, and end up in the future. I sort of feel like Scrooge, going back to Christmas Ghost's past, and then coming forward again. So what if we, instead of judging people by a facade, by what people wear, by what people drive, by what people live in, what if we judged people by a happiness quotient? What if they walked around with how happy they were above their forehead everywhere they went? Would you have the same interest in talking to someone who stepped out of a Lamborghini if their happiness quotient was only 20%? Would you have more interest in talking to someone who was walking around town with a happiness quotient of 85% and wondering how she got that way? Just a question. What would our world look like if money didn't symbolize so much and we judged people on happiness instead of money, success, and wealth? So there begins our conversation. I'm going to ask you to do a small, quick exercise without a lot of thinking. Question 1, on the page with 2 questions, suggests that if you received $25,000 tomorrow, no strings attached, what would you do with that money? You guys must be Chris's clients. So feel free just to write it down. Chris, you've got people trained already. Sorry. Excuse me. So that's question number 1. And we'll circle back to it just a little later. Now, the second question is a little tougher. And this is how tough it can be, only you guys are pretty smart, and I know you're going to answer it a little faster. When I work with some of my clients and I ask them what truly makes them happy, sometimes it takes them months to figure it out. So tonight, I'm going to ask you 3 things that make you happy. And the hint is this: buying things is not one of them. So I'll ask you to think about that for a couple of seconds, and then we're going to jump to the next slide. This table is winning, guys. Oh, somebody's talking on the 3rd. This is good. This is very good. So we'll circle back to this in a second, and I encourage you, if something comes to mind, to go ahead and think about it later as well. So now I want to talk briefly about a man I so admire because he has contributed to changing the face of the entire financial services industry. I've been in financial services for 30 years. I started at a very young age, I would like to say. This man, Daniel Kahneman, won the Nobel Prize in 2002 in economic sciences. In a nutshell, his incredibly deep work taught us this: there is emotion in every decision we make, and logic in about 10% of those decisions. You think of how many decisions you make a day, thousands, right? So then if you carry that forward to the next level, there is emotion in every money decision we make, and logic in few. So how does that carry out into the real world? This is what I refer to as the pressure sandwich. And yes, I know it sort of looks like a burger. We are the bologna in the middle, the chicken, whatever you want to be. And we are surrounded by incredible, strong, mixed messages all day, every day. On the one side, you've got the financial services industry, new to money psychology. 30 years ago, when I started in this business, Everyone was calm, cool, collected, and logical in the financial services industry. And the way we talk to you as clients was the same way. It's simple. Just put money aside, save it. There's this thing called compound interest. Then you can invest, it will grow, and you'll retire. Why can't you do that? So for decades, we talked to clients, and then we realized 50% of boomers, anyone just about 56 years and over, are retiring without any savings. So let's think about that, 50%, right? 50%. Some are impoverished, I get it. Some had a health care disturbance, right? And it wiped out their wealth. But what about all the other everyday people? What's happened? We ignored the emotion that distracts them. So you've got a newness in money psychology on the financial services side. As well, on the financial services side, we're saying, manage your emotion. When the market goes down, don't panic, control it. Understand what's going on inside, don't make a bad decision. Then let's talk about the rest of the sandwich. Retail. How often do you talk to your banker or your broker? Once a month maybe, when the market's roiling, maybe a little more than that. On the retail side, you see retail promises and advertising 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You see it in the subways, you walk by the bus stops, you see it on the internet, the ads now follow you. And they are masters of psychology. So the financial services side is new about this psychology thing. Retail, think of Amazon. You're looking at something, 3 left, only 3. They don't tell you that they're going to get another shipment, right? It's 3 left, make a decision, click now. And there's that fear of missing out. Sales, last day of a sale. They go on and on to the point where they actually groom salespeople to become your friends, to get you to buy more. So on the one side, you've got somebody, an industry, helping you try to manage your emotion, and on the other side, they're saying shop with abandon. Being emotional is okay. You had a bad day and you want to go shopping, go for it. You're afraid of missing out, you're afraid of not fitting in, go for it. Spend all the money you want to. And we are stuck in the middle of these mixed messages all around money. It's kind of a tough situation to be in, especially when the masters are at you 24/7.